Dangerous counterfeit power lead and fuse.
Hello, welcome to Paul McGee Electronics. I'm Paul, and my last two videos were like a little bit on the silly side, but you know, they still had a kind of a serious message about what was involved. But now we get on to a completely serious, because amongst all my many cables I found this. And if anyone who lives in the UK knows anything about UK plugs, they can immediately see what's wrong with that. First of all, this earth pin has sleeving on it, and that's not according to the standard that defines these plugs. It's got all the markings on it, so any casual person would think, yeah, that's perfectly fine, but it's not. It's actually quite deadly. I am, quote-unquote, curating a museum of electrical and electronic death traps. So, you know, that's what's at the other end. It's supposed to be for a computer or power supply. It actually did come with a power supply with that connector on it. I've still got the power supply, but I've not actually looked in that to see what the isolation's like or anything. It was from an LCD monitor driver board. So it gets worse, because this is just from it being in storage, and that's what's happened. The cable has pulled and it's making very intermittent contact. I tested that earlier. So, and then, like I say, it gets worse. So this is a fuse that was in it. If I can get the camera to focus, that'd be grand. Yeah, it says it complies with British Standard 1362. It's a 13 amp fuse, which really you don't put in one of these leads, because these are usually rated for about 5 amps, because they're normally just used for computers. 250 volts, all the usual blurb, but no maker's mark or anything on it, which immediately says, yeah, that's not real. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this. If you look at the end cap there, need to get it to focus, there you go. You can just barely see there's a gap there. And yeah, that's not really safe at all. And these are making their way into the UK from eBay and such like. So you get a plug that looks anything like that, and the fuse in it looks anything like what I've just shown you. Just throw the lead away, because these, if you go onto channels such as BigClive.com or John Ward, they show you exactly what the wire in this is made of, and exactly how underrated it can sometimes be. It has all the usual markings on it, but I don't think that's rated for anywhere near what it's rated for, or is what it is, and it's usually copper coated aluminium, and you can verify that by cutting the cable. I'm not going to cut this one because I want to keep it in my Museum of Electrical Death Traps. And you cut it and you set the metal on fire, and copper wire won't deform. The copper coated aluminium does. So these power leads are actually kind of dangerous. So anything you get from China, just be careful what you get supplied with them, because it'll either be these nasty leads, or their attempt at an unfused version of a plug that will fit the socket, which is a big no-no, or one of those horrible adapters. I've got one of them as well, and that's also made it into my Museum of Electrical Death Traps, because that's essentially what they are, the death traps. So I'll be doing a little video on the Museum of Electrical Death Traps once I've put these things somewhere, and I will be adding other things to it as well. So this is item number 4, the first one being my homemade capacitive dropper from my Capacitive Droppers Their Death Traps video. The second one is the internals of an LED light bulb, just simply with the wires attached straight to the plug face of a failed power adapter. So, and that's not exactly safe, and obviously there's the death adapter, which is number 3, and then there's this, which is number 4. So just watch out for these dodgy cables. I mean, if you want more information on the meaning of everything on this cable or anything, I can point you in the direction of John Ward. He's a qualified electrician and he does know his stuff, and he does get sent a lot of nasty stuff like this in. So I can point you in the direction of John Ward. There's also BigClive.com as well. He gets a lot of stuff from China and puts it up on videos, and it's usually takes it apart to the point of destruction. Although John Ward does similar when he gets dodgy electrical stuff. Now this plug's never going to work again, and I'm not even going to try plugging it in. And I've tested it for continuity, and it's exceptionally intermittent. It's probably got worse in the time I've made this video, so there's just no point in testing it. My test probes don't fit in it, so I'm having to use a panel mount socket that fits the end, which I'm saving for a very safe project, I might point out. So yeah, the earth was connected, but obviously it's not going to connect with this in the way, because the earth connects first, but then it'll be disconnected the second the plug's all the way in. All these sleeves are for is to stop you getting a zap when you're plugging it in. Not all 1363 plugs have those on. The really old ones don't. I do have a couple of those lying about. So yeah, just watch out for these leads, and most people have these leads lying about. The genuine article I do, I have plenty of them. Just swap it for one of them and should be fine. But then again, you can never tell with anything you've bought off eBay from China. So just be safe and use the right lead for the job. That's my motto. And any of these nasty Chinese ones, throw them in the bin. I hope this has been of some help and information to you. Until next time, don't forget to press the subscribe button, ring the bell, like the video, whatever you need to do, just to keep me motivated in making videos. Although, having said that, I'm very busy at the moment with other things. So, this is Paul, for Paul McGee Electronics, signing off.
Don't forget to subscribe to Paul McGee Electronics and ring the bell if you'd like to be notified about new videos as I upload them. Until the next one.